This program is brought to you by Serious Texas Barbecue. We take our meat seriously.
Thanks for watching Durango TV News. I'm Wendy Graham-Settle. Here's today's story. Education, rural affairs, and climate change will be among the issues that second-term Democrat Barbara McLachlan hopes to address during the 2019 Colorado legislative session. Members of the 72nd General Assembly were sworn into office earlier this week and will work through May 3rd. McLachlan represents the 59th District, covering La Plata, Archuleta, San Juan, Ouray, Hinsdale, and Gunnison counties in south-central Colorado. A retired English teacher from Durango, McLachlan will serve as chair of the House Education Committee. Her counterpart in the Senate, Democrat Nancy Todd from Arapahoe, also is a retired teacher.
For the first time that anybody can remember, both the House and the Senate Education Committees are run by former teachers. And so that's really exciting to think that we get to make educational policy, and we've been in the trenches doing the work.
McLachlan says if she could, she'd legislate respect for teachers and their hard work. And while that may not be possible, recognizing and honoring their professionalism is. She cites state-mandated standardized testing as a case in point.
We need to keep people accountable, and no teacher minds being accountable for what he or she teaches. But it's kind of the way they do it. We think that testing and filling in a bubble is not the best way to test a child's academic performance. I know as an English teacher, I would have them write and rewrite and write again, and that's how I would see how they were doing in class. And you can't do that on a computerized, standardized test. So we need to take a look at what they're really testing, how they're testing. Maybe we need to, and this comes into the respect part of trusting teachers more to be creating tests that are good for what their students are learning.
McLachlan says she'd like to provide leadership training for school principals to help build management and people skills. According to a Department of Education survey of teachers, parents, and students conducted last year, ineffective school leadership was one of the top factors that contributed to teachers' dissatisfaction and departures from the profession. McLachlan says she'd also like to see the legislature address student college debt by offering loan forgiveness programs for teachers who work in rural school districts or districts with high-risk populations. Other ideas include exchanging community service hours for lowered tuition, or developing community partnerships to offer high school students vocational internships to acquire marketable skills. While the Democrats control the House, Senate, and governor's office for the first time since 2014, McLachlan says the party is acutely aware that it must be fiscally conservative with its legislative efforts this year.
All over in Colorado, we saw that people voted for Democrats overwhelmingly, but they did not vote for tax hikes. And I think we have to be really conscientious of that as we go into session. We can't just pull out bills that are going to raise everybody's taxes or give a whole bunch of things that cost a lot of money. So we have to be really conscious of what the voters actually voted on. They like the Democrats, what they were saying and what we stand for, but they don't like our taxes raised to begin with. So I know we're starting off in education. We had a discussion yesterday about let's look through everything that education money is being spent on already. And if there are things that are being overdone, underdone, that we're not getting our value for our dollar, let's take a look at that first and see if there's any dollars left over anywhere for anything. And then go back, and if we have to ask for money, we have to be real specific about where that money goes and what we're actually going to pay, not just a broad, let's give everybody more money. In our Constitution, we get to say that every district gets money, but we don't get to tell them how to spend that money. So it's very much local control, and we have to encourage everybody locally to look at their budgets too.
Rural Colorado will have a stronger voice during this legislative session with the first-time appointment of a Rural Affairs Committee. McLachlan is one of 3 Western Slope representatives on the new committee, which she expects will address a wide range of issues, from water storage to high-speed internet access.
We're making sure that people know where we are and what our issues are here. When I tell them that Durango is the urban center of Southwest Colorado, they go, that's the urban center. I go, yeah, that's our big city there. We have a lot of rural areas and a lot of really important issues in the rural areas that we need to talk about. Senator Coram, people have asked him, they go, well, if you're going to complain about the rural, why don't you just move up to Denver? And he says, if you want to eat, why don't you move down here? You know, because this is where your food comes from, people. And so we need to appreciate that. And I've just grown to love this district and the people in it and the ideas that they're sharing with me. So I'm actually having fun, and I don't know if that will be on national television or not, but I'm having a good time just doing something. And I think it's good to have, to be a voice for people who feel like they often don't have a voice.
If you have a question for Representative McLachlan, reach her at barbara.mclachlan.house@state.co.us. Thanks for watching today's story on Durango TV News. Stay tuned for our next story on Monday about a new business that offers refills only.